Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about an Acuity tool that we're going to be implementing for charge nurses in order to help make assignments more fair and equitable. At least that's the hope. So basically what it is, at the end of each shift, day shift and night shift, the charge nurse is going to collect an assignment Acuity sheet from each of the nurses on the unit, which takes less than a minute to fill out. All it is circling what's going on with your patient. And then once we have those sheets, we add the totals up and divide that total by the number of nurses on the unit in order to get an Acuity score to pair everybody's assignments. So basically the way it works is if somebody has a patient, for instance, we have a post-op day 2 heart, and you would circle the columns of everything that's going on with that patient. So you start with column 1. Each thing is worth 1 point. So for instance, the guys on oxygen greater than 2 liters would get a circle. Moving over to the column, backing up, but that would get a total of 1 point. Moving on to column 2, everything is worth 2 points. So he's receiving heated high flow, he's on OptiFlow, so that would get a circle. He's ambulating with multiple chest tubes, that would get another circle. So each of those is worth 2, that would be a total of 4. And then you move right along. So for instance, in this patient, column 4 is the next thing that identifies with this patient. So he's on multiple pain medications. So he has uncontrolled pain despite multiple modalities. So that would get a circle. And he's still on an insulin drip, another circle. Each of those is worth 4, so you have 2 circles, so that totals 8. So from there, you just add those up along the rows, and you get a total of 13. And more to come on what those scores actually mean. But obviously, that would help us if we're dividing the total score on the unit. That would give us an idea of how we reach a certain number. Also, in addition, so for the charge nurse sheet, you would just add beside each patient. So this patient scored a 13, so I would just write for bed room 6. Right here on the Acuity score, I'd write 13. So you know what that patient's Acuity score is, and helping to assign that patient the nurse's pair. In addition to making the assignments fair and equitable, what this also can help us do is if somebody comes along and wants to, needs to pull somebody out of staffing, or mentions that another unit needs help and they need to pull a nurse, it'll give us some objective data in order to say, well, our Acuity is at this level. If we pull another nurse, here's what the numbers would look like if that were to happen. So it'll give us some numbers to go by on whether we can or can't do that, and how we can safely or objectively provide that information. So in essence, if let's say we had 10 patients on the unit and all these sheets added up to 100, and for the sake of argument we had 5 nurses coming in, the idea would be to divide that total of Acuity by the number of nurses coming in. So 100 divided by 5 nurses. Everybody's assignment pair should be right around 20 is the idea. So not based on geography, for instance, trying to put rooms 2 and 3 together, but more on, let's try to make a patient's assignment or patient's total number Acuity equal that 20 number, so we can safely, equitably get to 100. And that's the idea, is to make this fair and equitable, but also provide some data as far as having the correct number of staff on the unit, so we can help take care of our patients and make those assignments fair and have the right staffing ratios as well. So thanks, and hope to get it implemented.